balls that are at his ankles.
Yeah.
He goes all out on every shot. He can actually match Jack power for power. Jack has a little more, I think, skill when it comes to just natural raw talent.
Yeah.
But so we'll see if Jack can kind of put together some of those fancy passing shots and fun points. I like him, but QD is gonna be a tough out.
And that's too good. Flash and flare on both sides. QD takes the net, takes the ball out of the air. And gets the serve and point back on his side. Ooh, let cord for the side out. It's a heavy serve coming your way. How do you approach a heavy serve if you're Jack Sock? Like, where are you positioning yourself? How are you?
You got to use your legs.
The knees.
You can't trust timing and pick it up. You got to engage with your legs. Look to move forward. Because you know, too, QD's got some of the best passing shots in pickleball, so you need to hit a good return. I think it's worth it for Sock to go after some returns, even miss some. That's okay, as long as he does a good job of keeping them deep and forcing QD to hit tough passing shots.
From one heavy server to another.
2-1.
Wow. Great anticipation from Jack Sock. I mean, most players aren't getting that volley back.
No, and he's there in plenty of time,
Yeah,
right? He keeps the hands out front, easy volley to the open court.
Duke.
It's not
Quang.
easy, it looks easy.
Yeah. The father of Q, never too far away from the bench.
3-1. Side out.
See, Sock can create so much racket head speed from just kind of like a flick of the wrist. He's so strong on that right side.
1-3. Side out.
And that's the return Sock wants to hit over and over again. If you don't put those returns deep in the court, QD will hit good passing shots.
3-1. Point. Four-one.
Ooh, tough bounce off the tape. Again for QD. Jack Sock will take it.
And it's really the same strategy, honestly, for both guys. They both actually hit passing shots so well.
Yeah.
And it's like, who can hit a return deep enough
5-1.
to not allow your opponent to hit good passing shots?
Feathery off speed that time from Jack Sock's inside out. Put a little more arc to it. Maybe not the shot that QD was anticipating. That's smart from Jack to mix up the pacing too.
Definitely is. You don't want your opponent starting to read where you're hitting shots.
Side out.
Another clunker off the tape. Jack Sock made it to a final last year. Fell short, still chasing that elusive gold, and that's a heavy serve with a whole lot of kick from QD, and that's the difference to me, service-wise. A lot of pace, but Quang's jumps up on you.
It's a hard return to take on the rise. That's why Jack actually has to stay back in the court, let that return bounce, see it with your eyes, and then kind of focus in on his contact point.
Overcooked the volley.
Point. 3-6. Side out.
That point all started with a good return from Sock inside out. He opened up the court, was able to work his way up to the kitchen.
6-3. Point.
Wow.
And it's just a laser beam, 6 inches over the net. No one's making that volley.
7-3.
Oh my gosh.
Timeout.
Another
Fever,
one.
8-3.
Cross court. No one saw that ball coming from there. Even gave you the over-the-shoulder look. Even Sam Querrey's impressed with that one. We're going to step aside for just a moment. Let's send you to break with this walk-off winner for Jack Sock. My goodness. A lot of heat behind the forehand today. No, that was Ben, sorry. With Jack,
Yes.
only a matter of time before he gets into that gold medal winning category.
Yes, if he's hitting passing shots like this over and over again, no one wants to play.
Side out.
Good job from Quang Duong, kind of stopping that momentum from Sock. It all started with that deep return.
Left that one hanging, low-hanging fruit for QD to gobble up.
Three, 8. Point.
Another ball a little too high to the backhand corner of QD.
It was a good serve from him, not allowing Jack to hit the return and get to the net. Jack was forced so far outside of the court. He had to get on defense right away.
Yeah, more than usual. It seems like the serve here for Q especially is all that more important. And the Aussie, Tom Evans, his run has come to a close. Connor Garnett took care of him in the round of 16.
Look, if Jack Sock can start hitting passing shots like that on the backhand side, he'll be in the gold medal matches often. We see him do it on the forehand side all the time, but
wow,
if he's going to do shots hit shots like that, we're going to see him on Sundays.
Oh, QD barely survived to get that ball back.
Right, he put just enough backspin on it. Was coming back toward the net. Difficult for Sock to go up there and do anything with it.
5-8.
Keep the ball to the middle, and Jack Sock will move you out wide. Well played.
Yep, and it was the first volley from Jack Sock that was actually the good one. Who stretched out wide, kind of held the wrist was strong, just put it low in the middle of the court and forced QD to try to come up with a tough pass.
Wow.
Point. Correction. Side out.
Full extension QD on the rise.
And he got just enough left hand around that paddle to kind of curve the ball back into the court.
5-8.
Ooh.
Point.
A little slip for Jack Sock, and Q now putting himself in position right back in game one. Hopefully Jack's okay after that.
Yeah, I think he's okay. You know, he's so explosive at times with his movement that he can slip like that. You know, the leg plants so hard and he slides around on the court.
Timeout called after that.
As far as the work going in, it's the same.
Yep.
No timeouts, no timeouts. Time in, 6-8. Point.
I think Jack electing to hit these returns and stay back. I think at the moment he's a bit intimidated of Quang's passing shots. Quang's doing a good job of getting on top of those.
It's a great return. Oh my, I mean, wow. That's one way to get yourself out of trouble.
You don't see that in men's singles too often.
No.
Just a clean return winner from the baseline over against Quang Duong, who's one of the fastest guys out here.
8-7. Side out.
I'd almost like to see Jack hit that third more of a slower inside-out dink, maybe get into some more cat and mouse points with QD. I feel like Jack's going to have the advantage if they're both at the kitchen, kind of playing some scrappy pickleball.
Gave himself more time there to.
Point.
He did land in the kitchen. The ref acknowledged that, and Jack with a thumbs up acknowledging to the ref, hey, you made the correct call had I made that volley.
I mean, it was instantaneous. The reflexes on the line call alone. Ooh, it's good, and Jack Sock will take back the serve.
Quang just had to watch that float by, hoping he was going to go wide.
The worst feeling.
Inside the line.
Even Duke smiling after that one.
8-8. Side out.
That ball just misses. It's a game of inches.
8-8. Point.
Can't give those up against Q.
That's really been the story of game one. Just a couple loose errors from Sock, giving Quang the 1-point lead.
9-8.
A laser beam from Jack Sock cross court. It's a last-minute twitch, too, from Jack on the forehand side.
It's all wrist, and that's what he does better than anyone in pickleball. It's the cross-court forehand passing shot. He can hit it with pace. A lot of people get that slowly. Jack can do that, but he can also just blow it by you with speed.
Whoa.
Point.
As I said, he can do it with soft touch as well.
Predicted the future. Why can Jack Sock do that better than most, like with the cross-court forehand pass?
It's just talent. It's just hand speed talent. He can do it on the tennis court. When he played tennis, he always had a quick wrist, a lot of RPMs on his shots, and he can do that in pickle.
Point.
Skipping off the baseline for game point.
Game point. 10-9. Point. Game.
Wow.
Timeout.
Jack Sock with a ripper down the line to take game one, 11-9, just when you thought maybe this one was out of his grip.
The inside-out soft touch
0-0.
third.
Side out.
He makes that look so easy. Just cuts behind the ball. It's a tennis volley. He can do the tennis volley or the pickleball volley. He's that skilled with the
0-0.
paddle.
Wow.
Side out.
QD not shying away. I like that about Q, his resiliency at such a young age. He's unafraid of his opponents.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's not afraid of Jack Sock, Ben Johns, Federico. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's got that belief. He might not beat those guys all the time, but he goes toe-to-toe with them. He's got a good attitude when he's out there. He doesn't give up ever.
Point.
Poor guy. Q is getting wrecked on some of these left cords, mostly in favor of Jack Sock. A couple of draw updates for you, Sam. We got Hunter Johnson moving on to the quarterfinal rounds. That was quick. Took out Gabe Joseph in just amount of time as we sent him away from center after Paris knocked out her opponent. And also Ben Johns takes out Roscoe Bellamy to advance to the quarterfinal round. So we've got a fun day of action ahead in the quarterfinals.
And Hunter Johnson, he's going to be vying for that #1 player in the world spot this year, I think, on the singles court. He's putting up great results. He's in Championship Sunday. We're talking about him often in Championship Sunday. I think he's going to battle everyone, or, you know, Ben and Fed for that #1 singles ranking this year. Jack's there, just tries to do a little too much with it.
Winner of this one will face Hunter Johnson, who is flying high off his gold medal performance in Tucson.
1-2. Side out.
That's actually a point that Jack wants to play more of. If you had to pick apart QD's game a little bit, it's the touch shots at the net. It's balls that he has to take out of the air. Those are the ones that maybe he still needs his game needs to develop. When it comes to shots from the baseline, he's as good as anyone in the sport.
Is it just decision making then at that point with the softer game?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's something that Quang will continue to work on. His ground strokes are, like I said, they're as good of ground strokes as we have in pickleball. It's that next phase at the net, the cat and mouse. The more he plays doubles and mixed doubles, that'll help that.
Side out.
Yeah, that shot from Jack right there. It's a difficult shot. It's a looks like a routine forehand volley because Jack makes it looks like that, but it's hard to do. There's a lot of feel, a lot of touch with that. That's the next evolution of QD's game.
Point.
I mean, we're spoiled because we've seen so many of those passing shots here with Jack, but just effortless touch.
3-1.
Generates so much power off that Selkirk. And then finds the corner, inside out. It's more than just pace that he has to it. It's got so much direction off his paddle.
Yeah, and Jack can kind of come inside out with it, have the ball bounce, tail away. He can hit top spin, underspin.
Point.
Jack can really do what he wants with that pickleball on most shots.
Side out.
That one flies on him. I think he's been playing so well this week that when he hits a passing shot like that flies deep, he's kind of surprised himself.
Right.
Like, hey, why was that a laser beam cross court for a winner like I've been hitting so often?
Point.
That's too good.
Yep,
Indeed.
You cannot give QD time on passing shots. He's going to make that 19 out of 20 times. It's a good volley from Jack, not a great volley. He's got to take more chances on those volleys, honestly.
Yes, there it is.
You can see Quang kind of threw the arms up, trying to distract Sock. Sock does a good job just staying focused. It's that ball looks like it's floating in easy, but it's kind of tricky when you're running around to the forehand side, and Jack does a good job of finishing that point.
Point.
It's a good job from Jack, but he did hit 3 very high quality shots to win that point.
6-3. Point. Timeout receiver, 7-3.
Nice return. Haven't seen too many miles on the bench, and it's not a matter of if Jack can, it's the sustainability. Can he sustain this level of play through an entire course of the year? That's easier said than done.
Side out.
Jack and Duke Dong sharing some laughs. I don't know what it's about, but
I want to see Duke on the court with Jack giving some coaching spice his way. James Ignatowicz was at the receiving end of that when Q and James played together last tournament. He was rifling balls at him at the net. Instilling discipline in the young
right, he's done
James
a great job
Ignatowicz.
with his son. Right, he's
4-8.
see him out there on the court coaching him.
Ooh,
Just misses.
close.
It feels like Quang almost has to play a perfect kind of style of play right now to win this match. Jack's doing a great job of covering the net from the kitchen, hitting passing shots himself.
Pop-up closer. Oh, that was closer than he thought, and Duke giving Jack the nod of approval.
It was in, but you're right. That ball should have been 5 feet in, not 5 inches in. And Jack almost refusing to go inside out right now. It's like,
yeah, you're right.
Look, he's up 11-9, 9-4, so his game plan is working, but I am waiting for him to kind of keep playing off balance and hit one of those inside out.
Too good. I mean, yeah, 5 points might be a comfortable cushion against most players, but you can't really open the door for QD, though, so I would caution him to look out for that.
9-4. Side out.
Good hard volley from Quang Duong. Kind of like Anna Lee, 2 hands on the paddle. Big swing, clean contact.
4-9. Side out.
Oh. You saw that?
I saw that.
Okay.
Just barely butt out.
Wow. It's just unbelievable. I have no other words for what we're seeing from Jack Sock right now.
Right at that, I mean, I don't know if that was hit perfectly clean, but that was like a hard, flat angle. And again, a clean winner baseline to baseline off one of the fastest guys we have in pickleball.
Match points for Jack Sock. Cheesin on center court. Feathery drop is wide for QD. Jack Sock with a prominent win over one of the most promising young talents on the PPA Tour. Jack Sock will advance to face Hunter Johnson in the quarterfinal rounds. Your thoughts?
Look, he looked good. He's continued to look good. That's 3 days in a row I've been impressed by Jack Sock on the pickleball court.
We're going to step aside for just a moment. Stay with us. Hannah Johns will be back with us for an interview with Jack. Jack Sock is doing Jack Sock things on Humana Championship Court, knocking out QD in the round of 16 to advance to tomorrow's quarterfinal at the Carvana Mesa Cup, presented by Proton. Hannah Johns is with us to glean more insight with Jack Sock.
Jack, Quang has such incredible weapons. He goes full blast even when he's down in a point. What do you do to combat that out there?
I think we're very similar. Obviously, I think we live and die by like our third drives. We play a lot more tennis out here maybe than other guys or girls playing, and it's a very just see ball, smash ball, and see what happens. And I feel like today I was able to maybe strike the thirds a little bit better. He's obviously an incredible player. We're going to play a lot in the future, so it's always fun battling against him. It's always fun bantering with his dad as well. That was awesome.
Well, you saw you give Duke, Quang's dad, a fist bump during the match. You were joking with him. We also heard a rumor that you asked Duke to coach you in singles, and he said it's $2,500 an hour. Is that just a rumor, or is that true?
That would definitely be a rumor. No, I have a coach back home. I got a coach, Mike Wolf, in Kansas City that I'm training with and working with a lot. So I love Duke. He's a character out here. Love being around him. His energy is great. But I got my own team. I got my own team back home. But it's also a steep price. I don't know if I'm going to pay that. That's kind of crazy.
That's pretty expensive. Well, a lot of folks out there have wondered if pickleball is just a victory lap for you after tennis. Is that true, or have you committed yourself to this sport?
I have. I think this year will show a lot. It'll be a different side of me, probably for sure. I'm kind of dedicating myself to this sport and this craft, more than I did last year. And I love playing pickleball. Even when I was finishing tennis, I traveled with paddles and I was playing in every city that I went to play tournaments. So I do love this sport. It's a pure passion for me. It's a pure joy for me. Obviously, I probably smile a lot more than some other people out here, and I enjoy it. But no, I love playing, and I hope I can, max out my potential, I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely. We also want to see it. Congratulations. You're moving on.
Appreciate it.
Mish.
Thank you.
Hannah, thanks so much. And congratulations to Jack Sock. Moving on to the quarterfinal rounds will be a battle